Welcome back to my channel, guys. It's me, Irvin, with another anime first impression video. This is probably going to be the last video of today because I already have probably 4 videos, if not 3, already posted. So this is going to be on Don't Hurt Me, My Healer, a anime that premiered this weekend in Crunchyroll, and 1 episode is out of time of recording. For the most part, it was a decent anime. I actually do see this one actually picking up pretty much for a certain group of people. Now, before anything else, if you have not done so by now, make sure you subscribe to my channel. A lot of new things are coming your way this is the next few days. Finally going back to the usual. Have stuff planned out already, stuff that I've recorded already that will be posting this week, more coming out next week as well. So if you want to further support the channel, you guys can always subscribe to the channel. Liking, commenting, and sharing always does help quite a bit. And thank you for those who have been recently subscribing. If you're new, welcome yourself in the comment section. And if you're not new yet, you can be. So subscribe. Okay, Don't Hurt Me, My Healer is primarily a comedy. I want to emphasize that because when I explain the episode, it's gonna seem busy and it's gonna seem a little bit crazy, but the main thing that this anime is purely comedy. There is obviously another world and magic included to it. I wouldn't call it an isekai, but there is type of different terrain, other world magic type of stuff. So we meet our protagonist Knight, and he essentially is going off to kill creatures. It's explained that that's basically how you go up in the ranks, and he starts fighting this rhino bear, what seems to be like a bear with a rhino horn, and they start fighting, and they're in the middle of a fight when all of a sudden he is tapped in the shoulder by a elf who she considers herself a dark elf, and says that she's a healer, and if he needs any help, and he's like, yes, I need help. And she's like, well, you should fall down to the floor and grovel to get my help. And this is where it gets wild, because they're in a stance of where the bear is almost about to defeat him, and essentially the bear allows him to stop, and he goes to the girl and is like, what do you mean you want me to do that? Like, we're in the middle of a fight and you want me to stop the fight and basically get on my knees and ask you to help me during a fight? And this is funny because obviously he is doing that as he's saying it. So they go through a whole conversation, and it gets to a point where the bear all of a sudden starts talking, and he's trying to separate the elf and the knight from fighting. They're like, you guys are trying to form a party, you shouldn't be fighting, you should be friends. And what ends up happening is, while the elf tries to heal the knight, she ends up actually cursing him, and if he is I think a certain amount of kilometers away from her, then he dies. Pretty much a simple curse, but at the same time, now he's stuck with having to travel with this girl, or vice versa. And the bear starts talking, separating them from fighting, and what ends up happening is that the guy starts to put like the senior card over them and says, well, you need to respect, because the bear has so many years and I have so many years above you, and you need to respect your elders. Well, the bear gets mad because it ends up being a girl, a female bear, and she punches the knight and knocks him out. And when he wakes up, he's all bandaged up. What ends up happening essentially is that the elf did her best to fix him up, and she's crying because she keeps saying, your face is all messed up and ugly, and I'm so sorry, I tried my best to fix it, but that's how it ended up. And he finally sees himself in the mirror, and he's like, this is my regular face. So in all, there's jokes here and there. They end up together and eventually traveling. And that's in a nutshell the first episode. I really did not do justice to the comedy, but it is funny. It keeps you entertained with the side dialogue. Not a lot of story to this one. I don't see it being my top 5. Typically, I really like either suspenseful anime or animes that are going to keep me wondering what's next. So either drama or suspense and stuff like that usually end up in my top 5. This one has potential in being in my top 10 because although it has not really a solid plot behind it, it does, you know, it is funny. It does keep you entertained, and that's its pure purpose. So you got to consider that. That's its main purpose, is to just plainly entertain you. So considering all that, I'll give this one a 7 out of 10. I think people are actually going to meme this one quite a bit, and they're going to be talking about it in the fact that it's just funny. I don't see it being a game changer or anything like that when it comes to the actual community, but people will enjoy. And sometimes that's all we need, is just a funny anime. So go check it out. It is, 1 episode is out of time of recording. Maybe 2 are out by now, depending when you watch this video. And hopefully you enjoy it. Thank you guys so much for this. If you have not done so by now, subscribe. If you've seen it and you want to give your opinion, make sure you leave a comment. Thank you so much for those who've been commenting as well. I'll be going back and trying to respond to as many comments as possible. Thanks for the love, and like always, don't be strangers. See you guys.